here checking in for another episode of The Gang with you, me, ChatGPT, or in this case, you, me, and some artificial intelligence in this case, because we're diving into it all. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in now, we are somewhat pivoting in the fact that we are now getting back to the group, the grassroots. We're getting back to the AI, and we're getting back to dabbling in the tools that you guys want to see. So Dr. Business, as you guys see here, has brought a smorgasbord of things that we are going to bring to the table. And throughout a series of live demos and different things like that, we're just going to mess with it live, and you're going to learn how to use it the same way we are. So if it messes up, just know that it's their product, not us. So, Dr. Business, do you want to take it from there and give us an explanation of what you got pulled up?
Yeah, I'm kind of going through my notes. My notes are usually just TikToks where I saw something. Okay, so this one is not a tool, but it's worth talking about. Basically, there was I don't know if this is a new Netflix show, but basically they created a quantum TV show. What does that mean? They're basically created an environment where the TV show is predicting your next few moves as you respond. So you can see how you're going to respond before you respond, and then you respond that way.
What? How?
Yeah. It's not actually like real. It's just the concept of the show.
I was about to say, like, wait, hold on. I was like, but I mean, in the future, you know, with this whole Neuralink thing, they might be like, okay, where they're expecting a sad moment, we're going to make it really happy. And then now it's like, especially now when people see, when they will have you watch so many things in the space of data, you know this, they'll be able to anticipate after seeing what you've watched for so long. They'll be like, this person usually at this point in movies usually expects this because this is the type of movie that they watch over and over and over. Boom. Now movies will be specifically curated and dynamically changing specifically for the viewers. Because then you could release like a movie. Because, for example, just imagine that you could release a movie like how they have like an English version and like a European version, and they're like contextually different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have it released, and then now because of the geographic of it, and then now it goes according to religion and all these different type of things. I mean, I guess that's kind of censorship too, but I mean, it would kind of be pretty crazy to see AI kind of change movies in real time, according to
for sure. I legitimately saw an AI engine that rather than trying to script out entire video game world was instead anticipating what the next visual scenes were going to be to display as a result of your determination and movements rather than so they trained it on a bunch of screens of the game to predict what would come up next on the game. So even though you're in control of the game, it's not a game. They're just showing you snapshots of a scene and moving you through that environment.
And then you just happen to be doing all these different reactions that normally would have had in the game, but it's just them showing different mirror effects, which technically, if you really think about it, that's all video games, because everything you do is already predicted. Everything you do is already programmed. There's no like, that's why when the glitches happen in the game and you don't like punch or whatever, it's like, what the heck's going on? This is bullshit. Kind of my thought.
Absolutely. And that is 100% it. And like, it would probably be bullshit still in the way that this one's being generated, because all the bullshit moments would also be recreated and probably occur at the same frequency.
Because it's glitching out with the AI as well.
Because the glitch was trained into the training data. You know, it's only glitching because it learned to glitch.
So you have to literally teach it how to not glitch.
Right. Which, if it's based off of humans, we glitch.
So. Yeah. So technically, AGI can only really be built by another AI, right?
Yeah, because
humans are always going to have something in there that's going to throw a bug in there. And that's
Sure. I mean, you could think that that's original sin in some ways if you're spiritual about it.
yeah.
But there's also the idea if we're made in the image of God and God is a perfect being and God is an AI in some sense, then, then we could in theory replicate God. Well, I take that back, but in theory, we could replicate the data systems that we think, but it's probably an imperfect representation in most of the cases, which is what you're getting at ultimately. But I think in theory, we should have the capacity to create it because in theory, we were created by it.
The all-knowing intelligence, as they say,
Yeah.
which is the collective intelligence, if you really think about it. The collective intelligence is the all-knowing intelligence, and the
Yeah.
all-knowing intelligence is the intelligence of many, not one.
So, what I actually think many world theory is like we all live in our own universes because we serve to act as the observer, right? So that data can move its way up to the, what'd you call it? The universal perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The all-knowing universe, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's like
All
so many.
knowing. Either
Yeah,
way, it needs us to see it from all the angles we're seeing it for it to see everything.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
exactly, because it's like if there weren't, for instance, they make the term of if there weren't stupid people, for instance, people you didn't
Yep.
agree or people you didn't agree with, and we can definitely get back onto our tools and whatnot. But if there weren't people that you didn't agree with or people that didn't have the wrong answers, then you wouldn't know what the right answers are. And in this case, you can't know everything and be everything. You have to be everything to know everything, meaning that you can't be all one thing at once. Technically, as they say, you know, if you want to get religious, God is in the made in the image of everyone. So, in all technicalities, like I said, every person has that same intelligence essence. So, I mean, it's a rabbit hole to go down, and that's why I like the whole technology and spirituality and all that other stuff too. It's going to get interesting over these next couple of years because I know people are going to start asking some crazy questions and AI, and that's why it gets into the whole who's building the AI stuff because people are going to start asking these questions and there's going to be answers that are going to come out of these GPTs. And are they programmed? Are they from the intelligence of a specific data set? It's like when people start rearranging religion and stuff like that, and it gets kind of interesting. But I'll let you get back to what you was about to put on.
Well, I don't really know. I'm kind of just stumbling through my notes here. I didn't have. Oh, so this is the last one we did. We used this tool. This is our last episode.
Yeah.
We've already done this one.
Okay. So for
So
those that didn't know, we put together a whole, what was it, Tartarian?
yeah, we took the Tartarian conspiracy theory and then turned it into a book series.
So what we need to do is, do we upload that video? We need to put that video on the YouTube. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, that's our next step. But no, we have not done that.
Yeah, we need to do that. And then we
Wait.
need to do is we need to get Midjourney to make us merch. Then we get shirts, start promoting the Tartarian theory, and then we start hosting meet and greets around. Do you believe that the Tartarian savior is coming? And that's how it starts, bro. Like that's how, and like I was having a conversation with somebody, and again, I don't want to get too off the kip, but we tend
No,
to.
that's what this show is
That's
for.
what it's
Like
about.
we don't need to be on topic.
Yeah.
The creativity, like AI, is like the trigger for creativity here for the conversation.
So I said the theory was back in the times when everybody couldn't read. Was it really that hard for anybody to really become like a prophet? Like if most people couldn't read and you just had the hunch of like, you know what if I told everybody I was, sent by God? You know what I mean? It's like, who's gonna be like, he's a liar? Well, most people couldn't read. So like, it's like how if I had like scribbles on this thing and says this was written by God, I could tell whatever tales, yeah, I came from this country or what this place and I walked 20 years and then I show up. Like back in the day before actual verification of things, you could lie about whatever. Like before the internet, I could only imagine how much people used to, especially like business. Yeah, we made $20 million in revenue. How would you check somebody's stuff before the internet?
You couldn't.
You just have to just take it on.
Well,
Scammers were the worst probably back then.
well, so and then this is what gets into the trouble of history, right?
Yeah.
How do we do history today? We read those books written by the people who were lying about what was happening.
Exactly.
So, how do you know which books are truthful and which ones aren't?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I said.
And for some reason we find books that contradict, and like they all agree with themselves, but they contradict like the mainstream narrative, and I'm like, well, what is that about? You just dismiss it?
Man, it opens up a can of worms, and I think that with the way that technology is moving and how it's becoming, as we're saying, decentralized and democratized and all this other stuff and more accessible, it's going to be very interesting to see what comes up over these next few years, man.
All I'm saying is the safe and subversive way to mess around with this and not have it blow back on you is to just call it all fiction and use it for creative resources like we're doing.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
This is not a true story as far as we know.
Nobody
but if it were, I'm sorry, it makes good sense and is a good story.
Nobody gets scared. Like you said, it's like everything that happened. What's the Netflix show that you told me about?
Which one? Oh, the one we were just looking at, the quantum one?
No. The Netflix show you were telling me about. It's kind of like almost like Rick and Morty, but it's about conspiracy.
Oh, Inside Job?
Inside Job. So nobody bats an eye. Nobody says anything about Inside Job. Why? Because it's cartoons. But if they did a show with real people doing the same thing, whole different scenario. And
well, it would have to be Game of Thrones.
Basically.
Like if we did a live action version of this show, it would be very Game of Thrones-esque.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, this one? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because of the simple fact that now it's like we can have this whole theory and people will be like, oh, the myth, the lore, and then people will deep dive into the whole conspiracy, go down their own universe rabbit holes, create their own characters and theories. It'd
be so easy for them to participate in the canon and the lore, and yeah,
that'd be nuts. Also, too, I mean, I think that's the way to go too. You know, if you're gonna come out with a good conspiracy, just make it good fiction.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you make a good fiction that's profitable, you don't have to even claim conspiracy. Just turn it into something, and if people want to turn it into the truth, that's their choice, not yours.
Exactly. And then if you say it was fiction from the beginning, you don't have to answer to anything.
Right.
So if anybody's listening, you guys just got inside track to, if you have any conspiracy theories and you want people to start conversating about it, maybe that's what we should do. Instead of going around talking about, oh, the Fed, we should just make a cartoon about the Fed.
Yeah. We could call it The Creature of Jekyll Island.
And then just make it about cartoon characters.
Yeah. But we'll use this color scheme for it.
Yep. That will be the monster. The monster will be blue and white like that.
Yeah. And the monster's nickname can be Tiff because it's Tiffany blue.
There we go. See? Just like that. And then now we play on the whole thing of how a bunch of 13 major banks or something like that. I can't remember what it was. The 13 major banks. We have 13 little creatures or whatever it is that gather on this island. They bicker, they fight, or whatever it is. And then the whole time, every time they bicker and fight, it's just making this creature bigger, which is the Fed. So in this case, they're like, okay, well, fine. You know what? Since we can't agree, we're just going to release the creature of Jekyll Island on the people. And that's when the Fed was released. And then we can have after shows that basically run into that whole spiel. See, we could do that right now on AI if we really wanted to. But ladies and gentlemen, we have so many things. As you see, the Tartarians need the people too.
Apparently, they need a whole trilogy.
And it's a lot better than a lot of this stuff that's out here nowadays, which is just the same rinse and repeat stuff all the time.
Right. No, I mean, like, and it's not like this is a rinse and repeat thing, though. Like, we're taking an internet story and turning it into
Oh,
But
really?
that's what Hollywood producers do and have always done. They take the lore of the people and they transform it into a movie.
Yeah. It's just like how back in the day
Slender
the,
Man.
what's it called? You know, you ever watch The Witcher?
Mm-mm.
So on The Witcher, it's the bard. So back in the old days where people used to like, oh, there was this guy that always used to sing like
Yep.
the ballads. So basically, that's the same thing. It's like take a song or something, a story of the people, turn it into a song. Now, like you said, it's just now people aren't turning it into songs. It's how can I turn it into a movie or a book?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only difference.
Or into a joke for the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah. Or a joke for a punchline for my stand up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. It's just how can you take narratives of stories or experiences and then concisely tell it in an entertaining way. And it's been done for thousands of years. And yeah, man, it's some really crazy stuff. But let's get into it, man. Let's see what we got cooked up for today. Do we want to? Oh, let's do this. So what tool do we want to use today? Were we wanting to put together maybe some visuals for the Tartarians? Was we wanting to mess with a new tool? What was you trying to do?
Let's see. There are a few things we could do.
Jeez, that's all
So,
AI generated, and that's crazy, dog. That shit looks real as shit.
right?
This
Okay.
is it's about to be in. I can only imagine the boomers that can barely work their Facebook, bro. They they are not even ready for this stuff, bro.
No, like, dude, the idea of the unicorn one person startup is so real. I feel like I could pull it off on some level, but I don't want to because it's way more fun to work with people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But like, dude, the idea that someone could know how to design, know how to develop, know how to sell, know how to develop a product is more accessible than it ever has been at any moment in time.
yeah. Because technically, like what you said, you could be a unicorn and just have a bunch of partners and then broker a bunch of big major deals and mess around and be a 1 to 5 man unicorn team. Really, like what you said, it's like if you have the right people in the right places to take care of the right strengths and weaknesses of each other, bro, you can eat, especially with these tools now.
It's crazy. David was so the reason why this one came up is because I was just meeting with David, and he was showing me how he would take something he generated in Midjourney, put it over here into Runway. Runway would generate a small GIF of it. Then he would take that GIF and run it in reverse, and then he would loop that double-sided GIF as a video clip so that he gets a 10-second longer animation that
Out of
looks
one, oh my goodness, out of something that would have took him so much longer.
right. And he's like, you get a bunch of B-roll shots, which is really great because it just saves you time and money, and you can actually pitch movies with B-roll shots.
Oh wow.
So as
wow.
far as like selling in a movie concept or script, you can do a lot. And that's just like part of what you could do. You could probably tell a lot of those shitty stories that we tell documentary style with all of this unique B-roll. And anyway, so we could look at this tool and do a Mid-Journey, this tool combo. But there was also this tool, which is called GPT Engineer. And so it's like build for the web 10 times faster, chat with an AI to build web apps, sync with GitHub. So it starts with your first one. I want a screen that is like Tinder, but it allows me to swipe on YouTube videos that are pulled in and autoplay.
So hold on. This shit is gonna build an app. So you're about to make it swipe right, swipe left on YouTube videos. Which I mean it would be you would just be like left. Why isn't nobody doing an app like that? Everybody's doing scroll and I got a like. It's like I should just swipe right, swipe left.
Well, that's why I've been pitching that for like the last 3 years. But
yeah, why is nobody doing that? We all know
I don't
swipe
know.
right
But
and
it's
go
great
left.
for data science too because you can. It's very simple interface.
And then it's just from the back end, it's just binary. It's ones and twos. I mean, ones and zeros. It's like swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left. There's no confusion.
So let's see what it does.
You guys are about to see it live.
All right.
Create a main video swiper component. Create a video card component. Is it about to show it to you too?
Yeah. Awesome, but
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of dope because this simplifies. Dude, we could sell ad space on this.
yeah, I know.
Because it'll just literally be simple. And then you just like, because I think right now the problem is with like shorts, it's too much shit going on. So
Yeah,
now
no.
you
This is why I wanted to build it this way. Like, look here, I paid a designer to do this
bro,
years ago. At
this
this
some dope
point,
shit.
like this was one of the original ideas of how Playhouse got started.
Because this, I remember you talking about the music videos for artists. Because then now you'll just sit here and just do, oh shit, so this is your music video play.
Yeah.
From beginning. I remember now it's clicking. Yeah, I remember you doing from way back. Oh shit. So now, oh damn. So before you would have had to do coding. Now you just got it done in seconds.
Right, more or less, because like I've been sitting on this design. I can probably feed these design elements into it, and it can probably just overlay it on what it just did. Because like I have all of the screens designed. What I didn't know was how to build it, right? Because that's what I mean. It just built all of this right
It just
now.
did
It
that
just
in
built.
just seconds.
Yeah, it just built that.
Bro, what the fuck? How long did it take you to do yours?
I paid someone and took them a month and a half to design it.
And
But
you just literally clickety click 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 and just got it done like that.
Well, sure.
In a very simplified sense, because you knew what you were wanting though. But this is the point of like when you specifically know what you want, this shit can literally pump out exactly what you would want to where now you could be able to explain it to somebody. Holy shit. Cause then now, bro, what if you paid people in paper, as you were saying before, and just had this on Playhouse site and just had just YouTube videos, and then now you would just have engagement on the website where people are just watching videos and click left, click right, and all this other stuff.
For sure.
And then you just sell ad space. And then
I need to learn JavaScript better so that I feel more comfortable in this.
Because I'm just sitting here, I'm like, bro, businesses would literally pay to put their shit around. You know what I'm saying? Like all around this shit. And then you just sit there and we just pay them in paper or other cryptocurrency if you really wanted to. But like you could gamify it, say, oh, you got to like this many likes to get 100 paper tokens. You know what I mean? So then now, like you said, it shows you like 3. So then now it's like, okay, I need to like this many. And so, holy shit. Because then now you could do local streamers, as you said, musicians. Like I'm somebody like I have a YouTube channel right now. I'm trying to get my streams up. How can I do that? Come here. Fuck. Bro, we are on the cusp of making a lot of money.
I know. I need some amount of money to dig me out of a hole so I can actually spend time figuring this out.
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you're feeling, bro. People, you guys are seeing. I'm just telling you right now. You guys better get in while it's cheap because It's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna tell you right now, 2025 is gonna be damn expensive to get to sit down with us too. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. The way things are moving, it's gonna be damn expensive. So, with that being said, if you are interested, I suggest you reach out soon because clock is ticking because we are going in straight promo mode.
This is pretty sweet. It's pretty advanced as a fucking tool already.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That look like, bro, what the hell? It's just running through that. And then now, like, bro, like for you, it's like now you would have clients, like for instance, flip switch. You would just put a flip switch ad right there. Then you would have all your clients. And then now as you add more clients, you just and then you're just literally doing ads for them. And then you're just running YouTube shits on your shit. And then that's just a tab on what's it called?
Playhouse? Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, you can put that shit on DIB too, bro. I don't give a shit. Like, and I'll put my partner, bro. Like, because then now it could be a feature to be able to have people to have. Because if you can offer that as a service, now it's like, okay, I'm just gonna play my videos in here, or you can have it specifically. You can have it specifically to people's YouTube channels, streamer channels, and then you just connect it.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff that I could do with it once I get it there. I mean, like, I have a whole feature plan for how I would roll it out. I mean, that's part of what this whole thing's all about.
Yeah, that's crazy that shit spat that shit out that like.
But yeah, so this was one of the two tools I wanted to show off.
GPT engineer. How specific do you have to be?
I mean, I was pretty specific, but I don't think I shared that much information, right?
Yeah. Couple sentences.
I want a screen that is like Tinder, but it allows me to swipe on YouTube videos that are pulled in and auto-playing, where a right swipe is positive, a left swipe is negative, rating for my ratings list, while a swipe up is to add to a playlist and a positive rating. Great. It did what it could. It didn't really fully produce it, but it kind of did. And then I was like, make this drag. Well, it kind of is, but it isn't. I said, fine, whatever, give me navigation. And it did. And that's where we left it.
This is insane, man. Like, it's just, bro, a couple years ago this was not even possible. Like, I'm just excited for like seeing this and just thinking like in the future when we're like older and we look back on these episodes and we're like, bro, look at what we were like getting happy and like hype about when this stuff was first starting. Like, we're gonna be like, our kids are gonna be like, you know, super coders in their brains or whatever, and we're gonna be like, look at us on Udemy and ChatGPT back in the day, happy about being able to build our own GPT, whatever.
Well, in some ways, like, it's gonna be too easy for them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just because you can describe what you want doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's going to work the way that people need, because you still need customer discovery. Just because you can build a tool fast, and that's the thing I think we need to hone in on as you guys are seeing this. Just because you can build a tool fast doesn't mean that people are going to like it.
Or that it's going to be correct, because look, I still can't get this.
That's why you need to be a real coder at the end of the day. Or have somewhat of an understanding, so that way you can be like, okay, well, I can at least take the code and be able to tweak it a little bit.
So we'll see if it works this time.
I'm just kind of in awe.
Up. Hey, now it works. That's what I was wanting from it.
What?
That's what I wanted. So it worked. You just have to be persistent, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So to make this work, I would need to build a database that holds that list and ties it to a user, and then that's basically the only thing that's holding us back.
Let's do it.
Well, it's more than that. I have to take all of these things, reskin it, and ship it out, and I need to learn how to do that for Growbot first before I do it for Snob. But once I learn how to do it for Growbot, lights out.
It just becomes a service, like you said. It's like once Growbot learns how to do it, it's like, do you want your own personal YouTube channel? Because then now it's like, if I have my YouTube channel that I'm a cooking person or a streamer, I would like for this just to be on there, and it's like, okay, I don't like this video. I don't like this video. Oh, okay, I like this one. I'll sit and watch this one. Education. That's a big thing. Now you just have this little thing right there. Bing, bang, boom.
Mm-hmm. What does this look like for us? I'm like, okay. Those are the pages. I'm like, what does the file base look like? It doesn't really show you the file structure, but it does kind of show you what it's doing and what it's editing.
Huh.
So either way, it's pretty cool. And like, if I want to, I can push the code out to GitHub, which means I can pull it back down.
Wow.
I think I have to have it built with React, Tailwind, or Vite, whatever those are.
Uh-huh.
And I would want it in Django because I know Python, not JavaScript.
Okay.
It's like little things. But like at the same time, if I learn JavaScript, it might be that much easier for me to deploy these rough draft versions and then improve them. Like I don't know. We're in like a really cool moment.
Yeah, no, it's like, because like if you can do this, then you can pump out MVP type features basically in no time, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like somebody could be like, okay, you explain it to me, send it to me in an email. I'm going to take that. I'm going to regurgitate it into this AI, put a little spin on it, make it specific, bing, bang, boom, and here you go. And then now, instead of trying to mix people's words or whatever it is, you take exactly what they needed or what they wanted, and then you just apply it to it. So well, that's dope. Gen Alpha Turbo. So what tool is this?
So this is called Runway ML.
Oh, so we're about to see it in motion.
So you can put in a start photo and an end photo. Let's see what happens. I said a woman sits at her loom and putting instructions as the weaving occurs on the loom in the background.
This is about to be crazy.
And this is based off my wife's artwork, which we have vectorized and minted to chain.
What chain she on?
She is on Solana.
She's on the Soul Sea.
She is on the Soul Sea. All right, let's see it.
Oh, bro, what?
That's pretty fucking cool.
Bro, what? Talking about, is Runway's free, ain't it?
Somewhat. I got 444 credits at the moment. Oh, Let's do one more.
Yeah, do another one of her pieces, bro. I know she would probably lose her mind when she sees something like that. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I can't wait to show her. She's gonna love it.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Let's see. We're gonna make the mathematical equations swirl behind her head. That's not a good aspect ratio. So, actually, this is a great time to do another one of our video's tricks.
There we go.
I think it's this video. So we're going to watch this video real quick.
All right.
It's not on audibly, but basically it shows you a couple of tricks that you can do when you're recording in vertical in order to make it go horizontal. And so basically what he does is he generates a frame that extends the image to both sides of his face so that the video can be in the wide aspect ratio, even though he filmed it in this one. Because watch. Boom. And then he just sets the video where it is in the center, and it looks like a seamless screen.
What the hell?
So what we're going to do here, right, is we're going to go into Photoshop to recreate what he just did there. And I know you've got 7 minutes, but I think we can do it.
Oh no, I can do a little minute or two over. Yeah, I'm ready to see this. This is crazy.
So Photoshop's currently opening. I'll pull it over to screen when I have it up. We're going to pull up Maddie's piece of artwork so that we can generate a side to it to make it wider.
Bro, I'm gonna go mess around with one way to myself now too. Because I got some stupid little paintings. Not stupid little paintings, some paintings that I want to do that I think will be crazy.
I feel you. You can do so many things. It's really fucking cool. I just love.
And then you just turn them into NFTs and they're exclusive because nobody else has that one piece.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for sure no one has it because one, it's finally cool because it moves.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do here.
That's a nice piece.
Thank you. I forget. How do you do generative AI? Here again. Select. It's going to select the subject, but that's not what we want. We do want generative fill, but we don't want it for that. I think it's edit canvas or something. So annoying.
So they need Adobe Chat, an Adobe GPT. Yeah. That's what they need, an Adobe GPT. That's what we should create, an Adobe GPT to assist you in Adobe. You just
Okay, generative expand is what I'm looking to do. I'm like, why is this? Am I not signed in? I already have this subscription. So is this just? I don't get how to do it. Let's open the crop tool. Which one of these is the crop tool?
I always forget.
Oh, generate image, maybe. Reference image. No, I feel like we're still not in the right spot.
Yeah. Is the crop tool on the left? On the left, on the bar on the left, right there.
Oh, yeah. There we go. How do we switch to... Let's switch the aspect ratio.
Oh, I saw the ratio at the bottom. There it is.
Where? Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So we want to go the opposite of this, 9:16. Oh, did we do that backwards? Why? I want to go to the. All right, we're just going to go really wide with it then. This is going to allow us to do it. So great. And then we're just going to center this image because I don't know what else to do to make this work. So generative fill now around her.
So
But the main point is we're going to focus on
the numbers and the stuff.
Yeah, that Maddie produced. Well, that's a terrible generative fill, but it might be usable. They're all bad.
Yeah, take away from the numbers.
Variation. Why? Okay, so let's crop again. I'm just like, why can't we? Okay, that's what we wanted. There we go, Rich. That's what we wanted.
There you go.
I don't know why that was so hard.
You know how it is, man. Every time you always think that it's gonna be easy, there always has to be some bullshit. We got the YouTube. Think about this. You got the YouTube editor thing to be put together easier than it was to do this in Adobe.
Right, and this is what we wanted,
and it came out perfect. There we go. All right,
cool. Let's go with this one. Looked more real. Oh, export as. We'll do the quick export PNG. Save that. Now back to our tool.
that picture's still crazy, dog.
Yeah, I can't believe that's what we got. All right, now it says Mileva Einstein. Her eyes were glowing, and there was an evident twinkle as the mathematical equations were swirling around her head in the background. So you can kind of see what I'm envisioning for this one.
Yeah.
And we'll do a 10-second generation just to see how that goes. And that will be our last one.
Then you're gonna have two little dope little gifts to show man and be like, hey, look at what we did today with AI.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna probably sell these as NFTs because I told Maddie this is what I wanted to do for her NFTs, and I didn't have time to learn animation, but this is good enough.
Yeah.
I am excited to see what happens. I hope her eyes light up and the mathematical equations swirl like we suggested. So
let's see.
Oh, I have to hit play, don't I? Kind of.
Okay, I see the numbers. No twinkle in the eye, though.
No twinkle in the eye. I bet if I used a second photo that sort of denoted that, it would work. But it's taking that meme, I feel like, and pulling.
Yeah, from the Hangover.
Yeah, the
calculations when he was in a casino, which is funny because it pulls on cultural references too. Then I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's not the best one. I would run it again, but like
the first one was definitely one of those like holy shit moments.
Yes. Like I can hear the typing.
That's nuts.
And the loom moving at the end is cool. So
I'm about to do that with a couple of my little paintings that I have on my canvases. I took some pictures of them. I'm about to start messing with them too because I did like a little mini Venom on top of a bunch of Bitcoin.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's almost like a little Stitch, and then he's like sitting on top of a pile of Bitcoins. So I don't, and he has like tentacles coming out. I'll send a picture to you. So it's crazy.
I'm sending my way. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, bro.
It's just more cool, fun stuff discovering on Yumi and ChatGPT. The name, great. Oh, we forgot to recognize one last thing. Shout out to OpenAI on the release of the O1 model. Reasoning is super cool. And I had a great joke earlier today that went completely unrecognized by anyone. But, you know, the joke is basically this: I think, therefore I am. And because that means basically that ChatGPT is now sentient because you added thinking to it. You know, if it can think,
If it can
therefore it
think,
is.
therefore it is. And
I don't know if it's funny, but it's accurate.
I think therefore I am. I mean, if it can think, then I am something at least. It can say I am GPT at least now.
Right. And what are we at the bare minimum? Because, like you said, a lot of us are stupid and don't think. So
That puts it probably ahead. That's where the conversation starts heading. And a lot of people don't like that. And hey, unfortunately, the moment computers entered the conversation, yeah, people started losing on that note. Better start reading some books, people.
or just learn how to use these fucking tools. Like, you can see we're not doing shit, but you could do a lot with that.
We sitting in the comforts of our homes, piddling, touching some little keys, asking some nice little creative questions, and bing bang boom, we got a simple tool that, you know, like I said, Dr. Business is going to put into Growbot, add that, and then now people with YouTube channels can have basically a whole little streaming thing where people can like and subscribe and all this other stuff right there on their YouTube, on their webpage. Where else are you going to get that? I mean, come on, like, we're so ahead. People are going to look at these videos and be like, holy shit, I see where they started.
Giving that information away. They
Yeah.
were doing it live.
Yes, where people were probably charging you thousands of dollars for workshops. But in that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rich No Dollars, Dr. Business, again, cooking up in the lab. And just, I'm telling you right now, the only reason why we're on here is because we are trying to put together the resources so that way we don't have to come on here and try to prove our value. Once we do this, it might be hard to catch us doing stuff like this in public. You're gonna have to pay. It's gonna be token gated, ladies and gentlemen.
To be honest, no. I mean, sure, yeah, 100%. And at the same time, we're gonna have more money. We're gonna have a real live studio. We're gonna do an audience, and it's gonna be bigger and better than before. To be honest, and yes, it will be hard to get in contact with us, but we'll also be in ways more accessible than ever before.
Exactly.
That's what I think would be cool.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, I mean, I'm thinking live shows where we're basically curating stuff like that, and the only way you can be able to get our creative brains is you got to come to one of the live shows where we curate, and then we got to pick you out of the crowd, almost like The Price is Right. But we're like, the GPT is right. Which GPT do you want to get? You get a GPT. You get a GPT, and then we're like the Oprahs of AI. We just like hand out, you know, millions of dollars to people and ideas just because we just see the world completely different. So. Man, I'm excited.
I'm all for it. We get to travel around cities and have a tour bus and tour plane and all that.
Definitely got to get a plane. Definitely got to get a plane, man. Because we got to be efficient. We got to be efficient. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited about this stuff. But let me hop off. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, again, another great episode. I'm telling you guys, it's just getting started. Get curious. It's about to get fun. See you guys later. All right, big dog.